Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again today. It is the second day of our 30 days of yoga. We'll do a little bit of breath work, a little bit of a flow, and then we can carry on with our day. So find a little bit of space to move and let's get started. So we will begin today in just a nice comfy seat. Our pranayama or breath work of choice for the next couple weeks is breath of fire. I know some of you are familiar with it and I know some of you are brand new. So just really quick, you'll be breathing out and in through your nose, but you'll be encouraging or forcing or putting effort into the exhale only. So it's kind of like a little sniff. And it's a really, really wonderful way to just energize the body, start the day. It's perfect to do in a morning yoga practice. So we're only going to do one set today of 50 breath. I will count. You can give it a try, you can see how it feels, and over the next couple weeks, I'm sure it will become a lot easier to do than maybe it is right now. But find your way into a comfy seat for sure. Bring some length into your spine. Just take a moment to close your eyes. Relax your forehead. Just breathe however you would like to breathe right now. Letting your shoulders fall from your ears. And we might just be waking up. Or maybe you have been up for a little bit, but it's still early in the day. When you are ready to begin your breath of fire, you can begin. And I will count for you, encouraging the exhales out your nose. When you're ready to begin, you can begin. Take a moment to let that go, to bring a little bit more length into your spine. And just notice, do you feel some energy start to flow through maybe your belly, your chest, your forehead? And slowly start to open your eyes, just looking down in front of you. And when you feel ready to move into tabletop, you can find your way onto your hands and knees. Your hips might want to go for a little sway side to side. Shake it out a little. As you inhale, start to drop your belly down. Lift your chest, your chin. As you exhale, round your spine. Give your belly a squeeze. Inhale to drop back down. Arch your back. And exhale, round. One more breath here. Inhale, drop your belly. Lift your chest. exhale, rounding through your spine. Let an inhale bring you back to a long, flat spine. Tuck your toes, lifting your knees up and into downward facing dog. Take a moment here. You might pedal your feet, bend and straighten the knees, the legs, pushing into your hands. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. With an inhale, you can start to look forwards. As you exhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Once you get there, inhale for a little half lift. Bend your knees, lift your chest, and lengthen your spine. And then exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, find your way all the way up to standing, reaching up. As you exhale, let your arms fall down to your sides. Maybe take a shoulder roll. Let's step our feet out wider. Maybe hip width, maybe mat width, but turn your toes just out ever so slightly. Bend your knees, hands to the hips. We're gonna fold forwards and then we're gonna pause in our forward fold. So I want you to keep your knees nice and bent. Let your upper body be heavy. Your arms can dangle. Maybe tuck your chin towards your collarbone a little bit. And if a bit of movement feels good, you might add a sway forwards and back. Maybe pushing into the toes, the balls of the feet, and then kind of rocking back towards the heels. But allowing your upper body to get a little bit heavier. With each breath that you take, now I want you to start to bend your knees more. And then let an inhale bring you up to standing. Start to lift your chest. Keep your knees bent until your chest is lifting up and up and up. And then you can start to straighten the legs too, so that you're standing tall again. You can adjust the width of your feet if you'd like. Roll your shoulders back and down. And then with an inhale, reach up. Exhale, start to fold forwards. Take an inhale for a half lift. As you exhale, fold, planting your hands and stepping your feet back into downward facing dog. Take a moment to maybe bring your feet together and then inhale your right foot up, maybe nice and high so you can bend your knee. Maybe look under your right arm. Turn your belly button to the right side. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your right foot down. Lift your left foot up. Maybe so high that you can bend the knee and look to the left and open it up a little bit. Take another inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your left foot down. Inhale, start to look to your hands. Exhale, walk your feet slowly to the top of your mat. Once you do get there, you can inhale for a half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, let's come all the way up to standing, reaching up. Exhale, letting your arms fall to your sides. You might take a shoulder roll. And then inhale as you reach up. Exhale, starting to fold back down. Inhale, lift your chest, half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Plant your hands, stepping your feet back into downward facing dog. Let's stay for a nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your knees down to your mat. Let's reach our arms forwards for our puppy dog stretch, except we won't hold it here. We'll move a little bit. So you can start to let your chest kind of dip down, maybe looking towards your fingers, and then gently rise and lower. And let's just try to move with our breath a little bit here. Let the inhale lift you up. With the exhale, bring your chest down, feeling some length through your arms, some love through your shoulders. Inhale to rise. Exhale to melt it down. Awesome, you guys. The next time you lift your chest, start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders into your tabletop. As you inhale, drop your belly. Lift your chest, maybe your chin. Exhale, slowly rounding through the spine. Squeeze your belly in. And let an inhale bring you back to a long, flat spine. You can keep your hands under your shoulders, or you could walk them towards the left side for a crooked tabletop. Let your knees stay where they are, just moving the hands. As you inhale, drop your belly a little bit. Lift your chest a little bit. See how it feels. As you exhale, round. Tuck your chin. Let an inhale bring you back to a long spine. Walk your hands back to the middle and then off to the right. If you are going for the crooked tabletop, it's just optional. But an inhale to drop the belly a little, lift the chest, and an exhale to round. Let an inhale bring you back to a long spine and then bring your hands under your shoulders again. Tucking your toes, lifting your knees, downward facing dog. Push into your hands, maybe pedal the feet a couple more times, and then let's look at our feet and start to walk our hands back towards them. Back all the way until you end up in a forward fold. Feel free to adjust the width of the feet, or maybe you're happy with where they are right now. But bend your knees a lot, let your upper body be heavy. Tuck your chin a little, maybe starting to add that sway back in, that shift of your body weight into the balls of the feet and the toes, and then back towards the heels. Awesome work, you guys, bending your knees so much that you can plant your hands, and we're just going to walk them back all the way to the top, back into our downward facing dog. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, bring your knees down to your mat, back into your tabletop. You might move your right hand between your shoulders, the middle of your chest, the middle of your mat maybe, and then taking a twist towards the left side. Turn your chest or just look to the left first. If your left hand wants to lift, it could find your hip. Maybe you take a peek past your shoulder. Just another inhale here. And then let the exhale, bring your left hand down. You can place it in the middle. And then slowly turning your chest to the right side with the option to place your right hand on your hip. Maybe try to look past your shoulder. Maybe not quite that far. Take just another inhale here though, and then let the exhale bring you back into your tabletop. Hands under your shoulders, maybe a sway of the hips side to side. And then let's cross our ankles and have a seat. Bring your legs out in front. You might just give your knees a little squeeze, a little hug, maybe a rock side to side. And then if you'd like to, bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide. Just see how butterfly feels this morning. The feet can slide far from the hips. You might even bring your hands behind you to bring some length into your spine. It feels good here. Stay sitting tall if you want just a touch more. You might lean forwards a little bit, but just if it's effortless. And then you can slowly start to lift if you did tip forwards, bringing your knees back together. Give them another hug or squeeze. We're going to cross our ankles and come back over into our tabletop. Find your hands, find your knees, maybe a sway of the hip side to side, and then bring your knees out nice and wide. Your big toes together, send your hips back towards your heels. You might keep your chest lifted for a moment and add a gentle sway of the upper body, kind of side to side. You can stay here, You could try to sit back on your heels. If your arms are free to move, why not reach them up above you? Maybe interlace the fingers, push the palms up, maybe look up too. Stay for an inhale, and then as you exhale, let your arms fall back down. Bring your hands all the way to the ground in front of you and start to lower your chest all the way down into child's pose. Let your forehead rest on something, whether it's your mat or your arms or something else. Close your eyes. And just notice how you are feeling in this moment. Staying a little longer, or starting to lift all the way to tabletop, and then maybe into a comfortable seat. Or you can close your eyes one last time. Maybe your hands can come to the floor beside you. The big inhale, reach your arms up, maybe interlace your fingers again, push your palms up, lift your chin. And then let it go. Awesome practice, you guys. I hope that you have a fabulous rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, namaste.